JazzedTutorials. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a cool old-time rigid edge effect. Now some photos you've seen this maybe in where they have like a ridgy old look to them on the edges. Well, I'm going to do my spin on that and show you how I made this in Photoshop. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool. I think you'll enjoy this. As you'll notice, I'm going to do it layer by layer because if I did this tutorial step by step, it would take forever, basically just about. And time is of the essence. You got a life to live, things to do. I don't want to take up all your time, so I'm just going to make it quick, easy, and simple, and hopefully you'll understand it as much as I'm going to explain. I'll get that knowledge in your brain as quickly as possible, and you can move on and live your life and do things you want to do. Okay, so let's just start with this. So I've chosen this really cool photo of a tree. Now I did not alter this in any way. The photo came this way. But if you want to edit your photo, add some like color contrast or something like that, go for it. Do that now. So once your image is the way you like it, we're going to go ahead and we're going to expand the canvas size. So that's where you see the white here. I expanded my canvas. So you're going to go to image and you're going to go to canvas size. Now when you open it, it will say inches. Please change that to percent over here. And also make sure relative is checked off, because if you don't check that off, you will not get what you want. It will give you a weird message and that will then confuse you. So make sure relative is checked off, or otherwise that will happen. Alright, you're going to use 20% for your height and width. 20%. And then you're going to click OK, and you should see something like this with white. Now if you see it as it's not white, it's because you have white as your foreground, but you want white as your background. So beforehand, make sure white's in your background. That way you get this and not the black. Okay, once you have that, go ahead up to layer, and you're going to basically duplicate the layer. You could do a Control-J, but for those that are curious, you can go to New Layer via Copy, which is the same thing, or just hit Duplicate Layer, and that will then do that. But yeah, Control-J that. Alright, once you have that Control-J'd, you'll have a copy of that layer. Now, between the two copy layers, you need to make another layer, which is going to be layer 2, as you'll see here. And this layer for me is a completely white. So change that layer to white. Sandwich that between your two layers so you have a copy on the top and your background on the bottom. Alright, coolness. Now, on your layer 1, which is your copied layer, or copy layer 1, whichever it says, click on that, and you're going to then add a layer mask to that layer. And on the layer mask, let me hide my effects because you're not going to see those effects. Alright, you're going to then take a brush over here and make sure black is your brush, because you're not using it, you're using it within a layer mask, so black must be your color. Even though you want to have white showing, because it's in a layer mask, it has to be black for it to show. Alright, because basically you're just erasing part of the image. Now, why are we not using the eraser brush? Well, you could do it that way. Yes, you could. But I just think this makes it more interesting and makes it look better doing it this way. So you're going to select this brush here. It's called Rough. I think it's called Rough Round Bristle. Yeah. This is a standard Photoshop brush. If it's not in your Photoshop yet, you're going to have to load that. It's there. Believe me, go into your presets under brushes in your folder and you'll find it. It's there. I promise you. I'm not lying. I swear it's there. Alright, once you've gotten that one, you're going to take your brush and you're going to go around the edge of your photo and kind of blend it inward. So you'll see here how I have the edges all blended in. You're going to have to go around a few times to really blend it in nicely and get rid of all the edges and whatnot. It's going to take you a few minutes, so take your time, do it that way. It'll look cool, I promise. Once you have your photo looking similar to mine with your brush the way you like it, you're going to then duplicate that layer. You'll have a layer copy. Mine says layer 1 copy. Once you have your layer 1 copy, you're going to hide that for now because we're going to be adding an effect to the previous layer. Because you're going to need that in the way end, but now. So then going back to your layer 1 copy, the one that you just had, double click it, and you're going to add some cool effects to this. We're going to first start with a color overlay. We're going to start with this really awesome gray color. Click OK. We're going to then add an inner glow. I'm choosing black for my color, multiply for the blend mode, and its opacity of 10%, and your size is 24 pixels. Then we're going to add a drop shadow, black obviously for the color, multiply for your blend mode, 30% opacity, 135-degree angle with the use check global light. And this right here is going to be a little bit different maybe for you. Depends on your photo and how you blended it in. I'm choosing 505 for my spread size and distance, but you could go at a maximum of 10, 0, 10, 10 for your distance, 10 for your size. It all depends on how you like it. Anywhere from 5 to 10 will work really well. So go with that. But again, that's all going to be your option right down here, whatever you think looks good to you. And then once you have that, you're going to see this. Now your photo will be hidden, and that is why we have the top layer duplicated so that we can have that photo in here. Now, on the top layer that we duplicated with the photo, let's make that visible again. Now I'm going to hide my mask layer for just a moment. Actually, you know what? No, I'll leave it open and I'll explain. So you'll notice how on my very top layer, there's a lot of stuff happening and a lot going on. You're confused. I understand. Let me fully explain what I've done. So I went over to my mask layer that we had again. I then took this lovely brush we just used before. I added on more brushes, and that then left me with a bit of the gray layer we had in the previous one we just made show more and give it more of an edgy old effect. Then for a second/third time, I went over here to my lovely opacity up here on the brush layer. I dropped that down to 50%, and I brushed more over top of it so that it kind of blends in more and gives it really a nice edgy effect. And that's what I did there. So play around with the brush, see what look you like. Mine's very all over the place, as you can see. There's a lot happening. But that's essentially the effect that we want to do. Now, you'll notice that your canvas is quite too large for this, and that's fine. I'll show you how to fix that. To make your canvas go with what you just made, go to Image, hit the word Trim, and over here at the top, it'll say Top Left Pixel Color. Click OK because everything here, top, bottom, left, right, all that stuff needs to be gotten away. Click OK, and it will then trim it down to size to suit the size of what you've made. And that essentially is how you make the effect. That is essentially everything there is to know about this. You all can play around with it, add other effects, other colors, other photos, whatever you want to do. That's the basic steps of how to make a cool old-time edged effect. Again, there's endless possibilities in Photoshop. This could be taken to a whole different level than what I took it at, and that's where you come in. So go for it, make it look awesome, do what you want to do. Yeah, and thank you all for watching, subscribing, commenting, liking, whatever it is you do. You're awesome. Team Awesome's amazing. You can follow me on social media. I'm everywhere you guys are. I'm on DeviantArt, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Tumblr. Yeah, hit me up on all those social medias. If you want to post like some cool things you've made in the past or whatever, post to Facebook, post on Facebook. I'll like it. I love everything you make. So guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later with a new and awesome tutorial.